Greetings, listeners. Your host for the night, Zach, here again, introducing you to another episode of Spacers, our Starfinder actual playcast. This podcast and all of our other shows are brought to you by the amazing supporters on Ko-fi, such as Alec, Rainweaver, and TJ. Thank you guys for your support. We've unlocked a full merch store, and you can find it on our live streams throughout the week on Twitch, as well as on our main website using the shop tab. The shop has shirts, sweaters, and mugs, and we won't be running out anytime soon. Support us on Ko-fi to get more things like this and exclusive items to our community. But now, last we left the crew, Grek has freed himself from the Tesseract. Upon witnessing a vision of a battle with Jovac Prime, Grek must now reacquaint himself with his old crew, which, for them, has only been a few seconds since his disappearance.
Okay, so as you enter the White Void, you go on through, you kind of get glimpses of varying alternate versions of events. Like the prison break happened, but Argus survived.
Okay.
Like your attack on Jovac in Kairos Prime left you defeated and deflated, as some of you died. In some version, different ones of you died, and others died. You do recall a version of events when you're standing at the Tesseract and Cliptic stepped forward and went in. All kinds of different recontextualizations of the same kinds of events where different choices were made.
Okay.
These are mostly inconsequential, as these will only come into play when you call upon them, but these seem to all coalesce into this weird, asymmetrical, almost like it wants to be a circle medallion is placed into your hands.
Okay.
You're not sure how or why it's placed there, but when you stand in front of your friends in a moment here, you will just be standing there with this medallion.
Okay.
To everyone else, it looks like a useless chunk of metal. There is no precious nature imbued on it except for you.
Okay.
It holds no effect until you battle Jovac. Any fight with Jovac you choose, being that you have really only one planned. Hopefully the last battle. That's probably the best choice. When, again, as a recap, when you activate it, your actions, your movement is fine, but your actions must be dedicated towards telegraphing his next action. By telegraphing the next action, narratively, I'd like you to detail that out as... did you write down his actions with the die rolls?
With the die rolls, yeah.
Okay.
What he did and what he rolled when he did it.
Okay. Feel free to telegraph to them... Should you choose to use the boon, you can telegraph to him as them in order that you wrote them down, the types of moves he makes. Now, he will make changes based on the character's actions, because you may be in very different circumstances. So a reaction roll may just be a basic attack roll, depending on the circumstances.
Yeah.
Right? So just take your player liberty to apply the numbers how you see fit when detailing them to your friends. You cannot show anyone the stat block or the notes you've just taken. These are for yours and Grek's eyes only. But you can end your communion with the medallion at any time.
Okay.
So if you want to just use it for the first roll, you can.
Yeah.
But by doing so, you will release Jovac from this temporal snare you have put him in.
So basically it just means I can't take any action other than making him do what
Correct.
I want him to do.
Yeah. That's a good way of thinking about it. You basically have control. You are basically syncing Jovac's actions at when you reach the end of the coin's life cycle, which is the determined number of rolls that you have there. The medallion will just come to a conclusion. You no longer have to spend your actions doing that. You can proceed as a regular combatant in combat.
Okay.
If Jovac is not defeated by that point, I will have an alternate stat block and he will have access to other things outside of the realm that you just witnessed. So he may have other people
Yeah.
in the room. You may not have downed everybody in this new version. He will have access to command them, if that's the case.
Okay.
Just something tactical to consider, right? So, regardless of any updates or upgrades or changes that he has that I would make to keep up with your guys' changes, he is stuck with these stats
Okay.
as long as you choose.
All right. So, as an example
Mm-hmm.
of what I would do, so if we're in the same fight, for instance, the very first thing he did was attack Laurel, and that is the only one I don't have the actual roll put down.
The first one,
The very first one.
he rolled a 14.
Okay.
I had the first 3, and then I was unable to keep up after that
Yeah,
because of all
okay.
the other stuff happened.
Yeah, that's the only one. So
So it was a, sorry, it wasn't a 14 on the, yeah, it was a 14 on the die.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then, so let's say that's like, they're gonna be in the same, standing in the same way. He's gonna be in the same location, like everything will start the same as it did just now.
It'll start however you choose to start it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And do I have to do these rolls in the order that they're in? Or
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
his
right.
actions will be locked in the order that you witnessed them here. Depending on certain actions, depending on how you guys plan yourselves, I might give you a weaker stat block,
Yeah.
but he will not be more powerful than this should you use the medallion. He might be more powerful if you don't use it,
Yeah.
or if you break it early, or you're not done by the time it ends.
Yeah.
So, essentially, thematically, you are locking him into one state of being. Any questions before we get back to letting these guys in?
My thing is that even so, his rolls are like, I mean,
You guys have, remember, you guys have years, should you want to stay here, and you have planned
Yeah.
to go back forward in time
Yeah.
to within a month of the event.
yeah,
You have time to prepare.
yeah, yeah. Okay, all right.
And I'll send out an adjusted template for you.
Yeah, okay. All right.
All of you can set your sheets back to full.
Oh, yay.
Okay.
How's that for an emotional roller coaster? Huh?
But full without the 5.
Without the 5, remove that 5 bonus.
Okay, so
that
that's-
buff is gone.
Hopefully
Got
everyone
sticky note.
understood what I was trying to do.
Yeah, you got a death wish, it's fine.
Yeah.
Well, no, Flinch's attitude, of course, is
Win at all costs.
we need to take him out. Mm-hmm. And if we got to sacrifice ourselves to do it, then we will.
Oh.
But that's Flinch's attitude. Other
Yeah.
people might think differently.
You'll see.
Yeah.
All right. So, you all watch as Grek touches the Tesseract and he blinks out of existence. There's a white flash of light. However, he has flipped, where instead of facing the Tesseract, he is now facing all of you. He seems remarkably unchanged.
Just
Like
point-
maybe he just flashed and turned around.
Do we remember the
You
fight that we just did?
The last thing you remember is Grek touching the Tesseract, and now he's turned around.
Fair enough. Good. No unseemly questions. Great.
Yeah, no one's any questions. Grek,
Oh.
you see a number of things in front of you. That's odd. Well, it's been a while. Now remember, you have a lot of recontextualizations of things. A lot of things are the same, but different. You see Flinch, which is nice, because on one hand, he's fine. You see Diantha, which on one hand you've seen die. You see Cliptic, whom you've seen in a couple of different states, including death. You see Farah. You see Kovo. You see Tex. And a young Tex.
Wait,
Which,
what? Where's
interestingly, you've also seen Farah die. So, I mean, there's 3 people here you've seen die.
You didn't say Laurel.
what happened to Laurel? Young Tex?
Oh, right. Laurel.
Okay, good.
It really depends on the time frame.
Yeah, I picked that up as soon as you said young
Yeah.
Tex. Like, really?
Right.
Yeah, I see.
Laurel Tekka. Yeah, she went by Tex. No, she goes by Laurel. Depends on which you it is. It's kind of jumbled up in there.
Yeah, whatever.
You get it done, buddy? Flinch says.
And Grek's just going to walk over to Flinch and just hug him.
How does Flinch react?
Flinch is emotionally stunted, much like the player who runs him.
Can I tell if this is the same Grek who went in, or is this a Grek that's from a different time?
Roll me a sense motive.
Flinch,
Very good at that.
you smell exactly the same.
Yeah, I do.
Oh. It hasn't. Yeah, of course you would.
How long were you in there for,
Dirty
buddy?
20.
Can you give me 1
Oh,
second?
sorry.
The answer to your question is yes. All right, keep going.
So basically, you can tell.
How long were you in there, buddy? You were only gone for a second.
Well, I think it was longer than that, but
Yeah.
I don't know exactly how long.
Yeah, tell me about time. Time is a river.
Oh my god!
Yeah. I've been on this planet for a long time. It feels like yesterday, but I mean, it's probably tomorrow.
Grek just shanks him. I'm
Wait,
kidding. I'm kidding.
Oh
I'm
my
kidding.
god!
That was for the joke.
Well, so what'd you find out?
You
Are you okay?
do goblins age? Are you
I don't
are
think
you old Grek or new Grek or different Grek? Are you you're still like regular Grek?
I am Grek, yes.
Yeah, okay. That's
But
cool.
are you the Grek from the timeline that we're from?
Yes.
It's Grek.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, and Flinch just looks at everyone's like, listen, puts his arm around Grek. This is Grek. If it's the Grek that went in, fine, that's Grek. If it's a Grek that went in and then 40 years later popped out again, it's still Grek.
Yep.
I mean,
That
Grek,
tracks.
you can't be corrupted. It's Grek. I mean, if I went in and I came out, you should probably shoot me. I am corruptible.
Can I shoot you anyways?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'll do it
Something
myself.
about this feels... I don't know. This seems strange.
Oh, do you have something to tell us, though?
Hang on. Okay, I need to sit down.
And Greg's just gonna go and get one of the little. We're in the what is it? The meal hall, the mess hall, or whatever. It's in one of the crates.
milk crate?
The milk crate
Yeah.
sits on the milk crate.
We're not on
And,
our ship, are we? We're on
No, they're
their
on
ship.
theirs.
Yeah, okay.
Oh yeah, no, there's chairs.
And just says,
We have a lot of work to do. Or rather, you have a lot of work to do. I feel like I've done my part. Do you know what it's like for a goblin to be bored for hundreds of years?
This is...
It probably helped you build character.
Ugh.
This is not our Greg.
I know how to make a really nice racket thing. And a duct tape.
The Cooler King.
I'll show you.
Tex kind of steps forward and goes, So, are you their Grek or my Grek?
I'm everyone's Greg.
Ah, yes,
Best answer.
the communal Grek.
God Grek.
What do you mean you're Greg?
And Laurel or Tex, just hugs him. Just hugs him. Because as far as she's concerned, you died.
as far as Greg's concerned, she also died at some point.
Wait.
Older Laurel?
Wait,
I just kind of
wait
reach
a
over.
minute.
I just kind of reach over and I pat Tex on the shoulder, and then I kind of hold up my hand to give Greg a high five.
Did you... Oh God.
Well, I mean, does that mean you hugged me because I was dead?
Well, we've all been dead.
It's very complicated.
But I went out a cool way, right? Like I did something cool.
Bet you face planted on the side of a ship.
Yes.
Depends on the timeline.
Yes.
Whew. As long as that's good.
But that means that our Grek is still in there.
Yeah, but I mean, in 40 or hundreds of years, he'll get a chance to pop out too, right?
He might not.
But Grek is Grek, regardless of time, right?
I don't know.
Wait, what?
Or are you asking like?
Flinch is just saying it generally.
You look around, and even the three experienced like time travelers in the room were kind of like they don't have an answer to this question. And Farrah goes, "This is the part where we're in about as much of the dark as you lot are.
Oh, okay.
The only one that knows anything is Greg."
Oh, that's terrifying.
Can you tell me why you came out instead of our Grek?
Oh, yeah. You have a lot of work to do.
And Greg just looks at everyone up and down a little bit and said,
Actually, more than I might have even been expecting.
But yes.
So here's the thing.
and I'll just take this little medallion out and I'll put it around my neck for now because it's like there.
We have a shot to get Jovac kind of where we want him. He'll still be powerful, mind you. And you need to be prepared for that, but we have a shot. We have a shot. Oh my god, you have so much work to do.
I start rubbing my temples.
I kind of cuff him up the side of the head. It's like, we know that.
Texas stopped hugging him by now at this point. She just kind of stood up and kind of just leaned against the corner.
They're gonna need more firepower than they have now.
Well, that's what I'm working on.
Yeah, we've
Somewhat.
already picked up some supplies.
That's good. Let's see. Yeah, okay. Let's see. Well, 'cause I feel like I'm in a hurry, but at the same time, I know that I'm not. It's really weird. Alright, so, here's what we're gonna do.
Oh, God.
You are going to prepare yourselves to take this bastard down. And I'm gonna help you. But you have to do what I say when the time comes.
That's gonna be hard.
If you don't do what I say, things will definitely end poorly.
Okay.
If you do what I say, they might still end poorly, but we have more of a shot.
What are you talking about?
I've seen a lot of different things. And one particular time that...
And I just kind of touch the medallion. I'm wearing this weird chunk of metal around my neck that looks...
Well, to you all, it looks old, ratty, and useless.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna put him in a time and a place where he can't escape it, and we're gonna use it to our advantage. Basically. But first, you guys need bigger guns. Oh my god. Yeah.
I'm working on it.
Also, does anybody have like a baguette or something? I'm feeling kinda hungry.
Yeah, for the first time in a long time,
I'm
you're
very
feeling
hungry. Somebody needs to feed me, please. Anything.
Well,
At all.
I pointed the garbage can.
Sweet. Alright, well, y'all looking at me. We need to build guns, people. Guns! And
swords and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. This is what we're gonna do anyway. I
I don't think you understand.
probably don't.
It's
It barely sounds like you understand.
Which concerns me.
We chose this
You did.
because the rest of us, we didn't know what was going to come out the other side. This at least seems to be Grek. Who knows what we would have became.
yeah, this is Greg.
It's Greg.
Unfortunately, yes.
I don't know, something still feels...
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Do you like anything?
No.
That's really mean.
But true.
True things are mean sometimes.
First time Kovo's spoken in a while.
Anyway, yeah. Let's get to work. Let's prepare ourselves, and then we're gonna do this. And we're gonna do it right this time.
Well, Flinch, where do we
Montage.
What do you guys want to do? What's your next plan now?
Well, same plan as we had before.
Build guns.
Yep.
Well, build equipment. Upgrade what we have because we're running around with pea shooters.
And poor armor.
Salvage equipment from the pyramid
Yeah.
and the wreckage of the 7 mine.
Well,
Okay.
they're still there.
Shoot at them from a distance.
So, yeah, now you guys gotta just do some salvage to get up what Flinch has been planning.
Right.
If I recall, you guys got back to the ship at about like early evening. So, from there, what would you guys like to do?
Well, same thing that Flinch has been doing is he's down in engineering.
Yeah.
He's down in a workshop and he's been trying to figure out with what he has, what he can build. And
Cool.
Guaranteed he needs more stuff to work on. And
Well, you can at least start with one of those items now. So,
Just one? Okay.
Yeah, you can pick. So then, yeah, at first you'll have to. So for now, you'll pick one because it takes time. So which one do you want to start with?
okay.
And anything with mysticism I can help with.
Well, yeah, me and you will be.
Yeah.
Yeah, anything. So me and you will be working together. It depends. Clippy 2 might be better at this. So.
I still have my crank on.
I know we just had like a couple of intense sessions, but yeah, it just suddenly, as if nothing has happened. It's back to just
I'm
socializing and trying to figure it all out.
I'm going to attempt. Well, I mean, I want to work on. I believe right now, and people can disagree with me, and we can discuss it. But I believe Laurel having the best armor that I can make for her right now would probably be the best bet. Because she's up front, she's getting beat up, and if she gets missed a couple of times, perfect. That's where I'm leaning for the first one. It's called Vesk Overplate 1.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's a level 6, and basically it's form-fitted Vesk military grade armor.
Nice.
Yeah, it's not powered, but there's a lot of it has upgrade slots and stuff, but I need to start off with the armor itself.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
So for the first couple of days, so you know what? We'll come to maybe you'll get more items built in this quick sec here.
Yeah.
For, I guess everybody else butts Flinch and to a degree Cliptic. What are activities over the next few days that the rest of you are going to be doing or attempting? Depending on how lax you are, it'll give less opportunity for things to happen to you. We're basically going to, I'm creating a Murphy's Law scenario here. To what degree are you going to engage in the world around you to get more resources and possibly risk slowing things down, but also getting items? Next couple of days, in the next week, what is Laurel, Grek, and Diantha's focus?
I think Diantha had something that you wanted to do.
I don't think so.
Oh,
I
okay.
think I just...
'Cause I have a couple. I have some ideas, but you
I
guys can
think
go first if you want.
what's
Shooting
best
monkeys
is-
doesn't count.
Doesn't it though? It's XP.
Sure.
No, I just wanted we need to gather more resources, I assume, right? We don't have enough for all of the equipment we need yet.
At some point you'll have to get more, yeah.
So if there's like an opportunity to like scavenge a like safe place that might have some machinery, I'd happily assist with that. I don't think I'll lead it, but
Okay. Is that survival a good skill of yours there, Laurel? In that case, Laurel and Diantha, you're going to be off on your own at some point here doing a scout. Can I get Laurel to roll me a survival check, please? Get a +2 because Diantha's helping.
Cool. So that's 28.
28?
Yeah.
Fantastic. 1 second.
Yeah, now I roll really well. But, I mean, all rolls are important.
Yeah, I roll well.
All rolls are important. While we're trekking through the jungle at one point, I'm going to turn to Deantha and be like, so, you didn't seem to be all that trusting of Grek, or at least more untrusting than usual.
Well, that's not the Grek that I have known. That is a different Grek that I'm not familiar with.
But I guess, but it's still Grek.
We've seen future and past versions of all sorts of versions of ourselves and people we know, and they have been very different from each other.
Would you trust your future self?
Like I said, if I was stuck in a room for hundreds of years, I would do anything to get out of there.
But once he's out, I mean, his goal seems to still be to mess up Jovac, isn't that? So, and he still seems to be, on board for being part of our team. Did anything he could to get out, but now he's out.
I don't know. I'll have to see more, but as far as I'm concerned, this is a stranger.
Ooh.
Do you trust them? This new Grek? Or old Grek, I suppose?
I don't know. I guess I don't really expect him to change all that much.
Would you change if you were locked in a room for hundreds of years? I guess...
I don't know.
Do you think that you were ever having an option?
Since she's asked you the question, I want you, Laurel, roll me... What's like a remember check?
Straight intelligence?
Yeah.
Wisdom?
Roll me... Do you have culture?
No.
Roll me a straight intelligence check. Good luck.
16.
Oh, that's actually really good.
Oh, okay.
Now that Deantha has asked you the question, and you start thinking about it, and now that this concept is buzzing around in your head that Tex and has some relationship to Grek, that you've made an assumption based off of the word that some person that wasn't in the room has said. The first thing that Tex did that you recall was commandeered the ship when you were escaping Beskeleven and save your mother.
Mm-hmm.
Just recontextualizing that for the question that was asked.
Well, I mean, depending on who you are, people don't trust me now. So, if I would trust future me, or if I would change, I don't know, I don't want to change.
Well, sometimes you don't have a choice.
But
all I'm saying is that this Grek could be just as we remember him, but until he can prove it, I don't trust him.
You saying a lot of things I hadn't really thought of before.
Well, I'm a pretty pessimistic person generally, so...
I generally expect everybody to shoot me in the back at some point.
Well,
Except Clippy. Clippy's cool.
I wouldn't shoot you in the back, at least not this version of you. But, I don't know, time can change people, especially if they're alone for a long period of time, open to all kinds of information.
Information changes people?
Of course. Do you think Jovac would be nearly where he is if he didn't have the information that he had?
Ooh. New school was a bad idea.
Well, I don't think that's what I'm saying, but all I'm saying is all it takes is a bit of time and a bit of knowledge to change the goals of people.
Huh. I think we can trust him for now, but if you're keeping an eye on him, you do that. I'm not going to shoot him just on your word, though, but if he tries to shoot you, I'll stop him.
That's all I need to know.
Cool.
We hunt for materials.
Yeah. Let you know what you find in a second here. Grek, on the ship, would you be seeking any kind of social situations?
Oh, yeah. I'm going to be helping Flinch out with whatever he's doing, while also eating a steady stream of sandwiches and carrying a little speaker with me, playing loud music everywhere I go.
So, Flinch and Cliptic, you are in the engineering bay with Tim assisting as you need him.
Oh, yeah,
and
Tim.
Grek has not left your side in 3 days. You're on your second item on your list.
Okay.
And go. Good luck.
Okay, so I did finish the Vesk overplate.
Yep.
So-
And you can be well into your nearing completion of the second item on your list.
Yeah, there's a lot of items.
I know.
The second item on the list, I would assume, is we might as well do the upgrade on the Vesk overplate since we just made it, which is an electrostatic field Mark 1.
Sounds cool.
I picked out cool stuff because, you know, I'm dope and I do dope shit.
See, I thought I was going to say I picked cool shit because, you know, we're cool and shit. But that's better.
I'm dope. That's better. Yeah.
That's very Flinch.
Yeah. A little bit twitchy. Well, I am Flinch.
You Flinchy?
Yeah.
2 for Flinchy.
So how you doing, Greg?
What kind of music is playing out of the...
Imagine Goblin Screamo.
I'm gonna have my hands
would that
over
be correct?
my.
Yeah, sure. Whatever. As long as it's loud and noisy.
I have my hands like pressing in on my temples, just almost to the breaking point. Is essentially what's gonna happen.
I speak Goblin and I'm Flinch, so I sort of every now and then bobbing my head, singing along.
Yep. You know that scene in Brooklyn Nine-Nine where Jake Peralta's got the guitar and he just screams at the guy in the room with him?
Yeah.
It's not like that.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
There seems to be no rhythm. But in Goblin is very rhythmic. Yeah.
So you just gonna hang out and stuff? Yep. Now go back to work.
Greg, could you please turn down the music?
But turn down for what? Sorry, that was a terrible joke. Tim goes under the table.
For what? Get out.
That's it. I quit. I retire.
That is the sound of the GM leaving the building.
Yep. I had to. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah, okay. Oh, Greg's like... swallows the sandwich in his mouth. And turns the music down and is like...
Sorry, it's just, there's been a lot of quiet, you know. But it's noisy here with you guys, so this is fine. I'll just put this aside, sorry.
Apologize. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's just pointing at her or something like, I'm telling you.
I'm gonna be like a little flower and be like,
Thank you.
Hey, while we're working, I got an idea for a game.
Oh, I love games.
Yeah. So Greg knows a pile of different stuff about different versions of us, right? Right, Greg?
Yeah.
I think the best type of game would be. I think this would be a cool game. Because I'm Flinch. This is going to be a good game. And the game is Greg is going to say a way that we died. Could be true, could be false. And we sort of have to, you know, bet on if you actually died that way.
Tim looks like his face hasn't moved since the last face he made before he said, I have a good idea, that's a fun game. He was like, yay! And it hasn't shifted at all. Rather uncontrolled, like, it seems strange his face hasn't changed. And he just turns with the same face and walks out.
He'll be back.
then I have the scarf on. I'm Clippy too, by the way.
Of course, I wouldn't work with Clip on
Well,
this.
you're all in on this shenanigans.
Of course.
I'm gonna look at Flinch and be like, if we're betting, are we going to bet with credits?
Clippy 2, this is why I wanted you here.
Oh my god.
Clippy
Who are
1 would
you?
never make these bets. Especially this type of stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll do without having to spend too much time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
doing it like,
Yeah.
you know, 100 credits either way.
100. That's a lot. I don't have that much.
You don't have 100?
I only have 560.
Yeah, I said 100. Not each time. I just mean at the end of the. I meant at the end of the game.
How many
Yes.
overall credits are you willing to put up?
100 is fine.
100
Yes.
each? All right.
Yeah, so
I would
the-
like you both to roll sense motive checks.
Wait, I have a skill junkie, but I'm pretty sure it's not in sense motive.
Just saying. All right. Hold your number to yourself. Roll them both. Hide them.
So I have a +0.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Roll them and keep that number.
Yes.
Cliptic, what you get?
17.
How about you?
7.
Cliptic.
Yes.
You get 100 credits,
mark it
and Lynch loses 100 credits.
Yeah. This is a good game.
Yeah, that's fair.
I died like that. That sucks.
I can't believe I died so embarrassingly.
I can.
but
Back to work.
Oh my god. All right. Diantha and Laurel, you guys find yourself a few scraps of things. There's a couple of you got close to the encampment, like the actual dig site. Close enough that you were able to find a bunch of things because the place exploded and they don't seem to have repopulated it yet. So you were able to scour and scrounge quite a few things. Enough for Flinch to complete, I'd say all but 2 items on your list at this particular moment. You'll have to do one more hunt to get all your stuff.
The camp and the dig site, hasn't been repopulated, but do we see anybody?
Roll me a perception check.
Both of us?
Yeah, sure. Both of you give me a perception check. I assume you're going to be scouting the location, is what you're basically
So
doing?
would that be...
Perception.
Oh yeah, just try that.
22.
4!
22. 4! So happy. Laurel, it's a hole in the ground. Something exploded.
Kick a rock into it.
It keeps on going. It just rolls down. The ship that was there, it's gone. Kind of hard to miss that. You, on the other hand, Diantha,
Good. Okay.
you find that there are footsteps here. This place has been investigated prior to your guys' arrival, but there's currently nobody here, and a number of items have been left behind, but they have been here.
Can I identify whose footprints they might belong to?
They seem to be some kind of uniform armor.
Okay, just probably
With your
some-
22, I can add that
Yeah.
to that, yeah.
All right.
However, with that in your success, roll me a sense motive. I like sense motive.
Me too. I'm really good at that. Well, maybe not my best role, but
Oh my god. Poor guys.
19.
19. You get the sense that the fact that this place has been investigated and that a number of items are still left behind, that if they had the opportunity to start digging again, they would have already.
Okay. I don't think they're going to come back to this place. I think we took what they wanted.
Heh, suckers.
Let's just gather the materials and head back. This place is... don't vibe with it.
I don't vibe with it.
We head back.
You just generally don't like a lot of stuff, eh?
Look, not a lot of stuff has been super great lately. I don't know what to tell you. It's been...
I mean, I got to shoot some monkeys. That was pretty cool.
They also stole your gun.
I know those jerks! And they threw a rock at Tim.
I don't... Wait, what? The
Yeah.
monkeys threw rock at Tim?
Well, they threw something at him.
Did you also throw something?
At the monkeys.
Can I roll a motive check? Put 2 and 2 together here.
What was the last thing she said?
She said that the monkeys threw a rock at Tim right after she threw a rock at the monkeys. Can I put 2 together?
I'm not hiding anything.
I know, but can I in my head be like, she hit Tim with a rock? Or do you have to roll for it?
It wouldn't be sense motive because Laurel actually thinks.
She believes
say,
it, but can I, like, with my abilities to, like, deduce?
Let me, you know
If
what?
not, that's okay. It's a
No.
joke.
Intelligence check?
It's a joke thing. It doesn't have to actually
Just do
happen.
me a straight intelligence.
Okay.
Just straight intelligence.
16.
I mean, there is nothing to prove that that is not what happened.
Okay.
However, it's not outside the realm of possibility that that coincidence is a little bit too much of a coincidence.
Okay. The monkeys threw a rock at Tim, and you threw a rock at the monkeys.
Yeah. I'm gonna throw another rock at those monkeys when I see them.
Just maybe be aware that there's nobody in the area that's not a monkey when you throw the rock.
Why not?
You might hit not a monkey.
I'll hit the monkeys.
You know what? If you hit me with a rock, you will know about it.
So will you.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, our heroes.
We definitely have a lot to do.
Yep.
You know what? This conversation, I feel, is not beneficial to anyone. Let's just go back to the ship.
It is to me. All right, back at the ship. Laurel and Diantha, you guys return, and is there any, before night falls on this particular day, is there anything anybody wishes to accomplish before going to bed for the day?
I'm just working midnight oil, get rest when I can.
You get as much of that done as possible.
No.
At some point, it doesn't have to be today. I do want to go talk to Tex. But for today, I'm going to go over to where everyone's working and just kind of peek in.
And you see a glorious suit of heavy Vesk ceremonial armor. I can speak Vesk, I'm assuming, and I know something about their culture. I don't need to know what to build it, but just like, I want it to look good.
You can make assumptions from it. You know what? From a distance, it's like, wow, that is Vesk ceremonial armor. But as soon as you get up close, you realize that it's just really, really rough, horribly drawn sketches of things that you actually yourself have done that Flinch has seen.
Dude,
Oh, that's really cute, actually.
Yeah.
that is awesome.
Yeah.
Wow.
Put on the music.
Wait, what?
Turn the screamo up.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to hold my ears and run out of the room. Silently screaming.
Well, of course we wouldn't hear you.
I know.
It just screaming just adds to the song.
Yeah, no, can't hear nothing. Yeah. Telepathically screaming.
It's up to you if you want me to say that it's done, so that way I can tell her what it is.
Sure, yeah. No,
would
absolutely.
that work?
Tell her what
So
it
that
is.
way, because I'd like to do that over the.
Yes, I'm all for it.
So you show up just to look just as because regardless of whether it's mysticism or engineering, I'm assuming me and Cliptic are working on every piece.
Yes.
Because
probably.
you know what I mean, especially with upgrades and stuff like that. Because electrostatic field, I need a little bit of the mysticism stuff, which Flinch, does.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. Oh yeah, so it is Vesk overplate Mark 1.
Start marking this on your sheet.
Yep.
This is yours
Yeah.
now.
Yep.
Yeah. Give me 1 second here. I got it wrote down. I want to make sure I did it in the right order. Yes, I did. So, when it comes to your energy armor class, it has a +9
Woo.
built into it, plus your dexterity bonus. So what is your dexterity?
A dexterity bonus is a +3.
So it is a 22 EAC.
Woo.
What was your EAC before?
16.
Well, that's not a jump up or anything.
Yeah.
Damn.
When it comes to your KAC, it gives a +11 plus dex bonus.
I also get an armor bonus for one of the feats that I have. So I also get a +1 to all armor bonuses. So that
23 EAC. Mm-hmm. Your KAC would be 2 better than that, so you'd have a 25 KAC.
Boom!
And that is level 6, which is what I can make now. If I can get level 7. Because I'm hedging my bets we can get level 7 before we leave, because there's one item on my list that's level 7, and it's a weapon upgrade. So we'll see how that pans out. If not, what you have is best.
It's funny
Well-
that he mentions that, but we'll get to that later.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, as you get into it, I point at Cliptic, and you can activate the electrostatic field, and it just stays on all the time.
Okay.
And what the electrostatic field does... Oh, there is a penalty, with the armor. Your speed is lowered by 5 feet.
okay.
Because it's heavy armor. Your speed is lowered by 5 feet.
I'm sure you'll be okay with that.
Yeah.
And the electrostatic field gives you lightning resist 5.
Ooh.
It's Mark 1 as well, but it's lightning resist 5, so anytime you take electricity damage, you take 5 less. But also, anytime somebody touches you or deals damage to you with a melee weapon, they automatically take 1d6 electricity damage. Ooh. It flares out, and you can turn it off and on, even though I had it. You know what I mean? It doesn't, you activate it.
Cool.
So 1d6?
1d6 damage back to a melee attacker.
That's awesome.
Wow.
That's dope.
That's right, that's what I said. I'm dope and I do dope shit.
That's right, that's what I said.
But
Dude,
that
this
is
is amazing.
And that is the level 6 armor upgrade. Now, where you can see the difference, you can see why we needed an upgrade.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Hopefully that didn't take too much time.
Nope. I'd rather us talk about that. It's you guys have to spend quite a bit of time here, so.
Yeah. Actually, because it's going to take Flinch, he estimates this certain amount of time to make
gonna
the
take a while.
armor that he wants to make right now. After the upgrade, the first armor upgrade for Laurel, at one point, because I'm assuming that even if Flinch was sharing a bunk with Tim, he is now sharing a bunk with Tim and Grek.
You and Tim may have some conversations later, but we'll see.
Yeah, but anyway. Hey, you, time. We're switching bunks. You're going to be over there, and I'm staying here with Flinch.
We'll just make a communal nest.
Wait, what?
I'm a rat. Well, I'm not a rat, but we'll just make a communal nest and we'll all just sleep in,
That works for me.
Wait.
It's okay, Tim. Remember that time during, the cold times when we, had to stay warm?
Yeah.
Right? I mean, that's,
But
I don't want to leave anyone out.
oh, okay.
Oh, I'm not going to force you, though, Tim. Like, of course, you can go get your own rope. I mean, I thought we were brothers, but, it's okay.
Roll me a diplomacy.
Is this a love triangle we see?
No, where would you
Not
go
a fully
there?
consenting love triangle.
It's a friendship triangle.
Laurel, look at my diplomacy roll. I rolled a 20.
Oh my gosh.
I just love them both. Is that okay, people?
Tim kind of almost quivers, but he kind of holds back and goes, I suppose I can try again.
It literally is the friendship triangle of all the smallest creatures on board.
We are a triumvirate. All we need to find is a skittermander.
That's amazing.
Well, I mean, it works.
Yeah. Technically, we know where to find a skittermander.
Do we?
Technically.
No. In this
Technically.
timeline, do we?
I don't know.
I mean, you have to
look.
fly
Well, they
from
have their
hell
own
to get there,
planet.
You already mentioned the baguette thing. I do not want no.
I just mean that, we can all get along in the same room, is my point.
Yes, we can.
Right? That's what I mean. I don't want anyone to feel left out.
You're fine,
but-
Tim.
Oh, right.
So say
Yeah, I'm
the
fine.
emotionally stunted rat.
Anyway.
Yeah, well,
To the emotionally traumatized
Anyway.
halfling.
Oh yeah, the emotional topic.
but I've been with Tim for years.
It's-
Long time, long time.
So
You've been
so
through brown times.
during this process, Grek's been kind of keeps saying, we have lots of time. Make sure you do it. We have lots of time.
You have lots of time.
We have lots of time. So one evening when everybody's settled down for the night or whatever, we're back at the bunk.
So,
The bunk.
so Flinch,
Yeah.
I think
Uh-oh.
that it would be a really good idea if we stayed here for quite a while.
Really?
Yeah. In fact, I'm insisting.
Is this one of those things where we sort of have to listen to you?
Yes.
Okay, because, is this going to turn into, I demand that everyone gives me all the baguettes on the ship, stuff like that?
No, it's more of a if we just, get some bigger guns and go on our way, you'll all die.
Yeah, in a cool way?
It depends on your definition of cool.
Well, you already told me a couple of times seriously.
Most likely it'll be fairly hot.
Ooh. Gives me an idea for an item.
What I'm saying is that everyone here is powerful, but they're not powerful enough. Not yet.
So what do you think, Tim? 'Cause we're all the same.
Little scrawny Tim's holding like a wrench. It's practically bigger than he is. He goes, well, didn't the Grek do like a weird time box thing?
Yeah.
I'm kind of used to this place.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're gonna need to tell the others that we need to settle in for a while.
I mean, what do you mean by a while? I mean, like, what do you mean by a while? Because we're not in a time box where we can wait 100 years.
GM, in mechanics terms, what's a while?
Well, in mechanics terms, you guys are about 20 years until the moment's going to pop up. Kala will travel you once to when and where you ask her. To when.
Yes.
The where is like the dimensional where.
Yeah.
No, you'll physically still be on Kairos, but in that timeline. Because right now, 20 years from now, is a future that has the Veskarium did not sign the Pact Rules Treaty. So when I say when and where, she will take you to the when of your choice, and the where being your timeline at that time. Because in your world, the Vesk and the Pact worlds met. They've signed the treaty. In this world, Jovak got his way, and they did not.
Yeah, so we're trying to stop it from our world because it's already happened here.
Correct. Yeah, this timeline is pooched.
Yeah.
Yours is safe.
Yeah.
But just as a refresher, what Farah, Kovo, and Tex have asked you to do is to stop the Prime Jovak, the one that started everything, so he doesn't keep messing with more timelines. So, technically speaking, you have, I guess, all the time in the world.
Okay, so answer the question, Greg. How long are we gonna stay here? Because I get that point, but like, how long in those 20 years? Because you can stay like 20.
Sure.
But how long are we talking? Because it's gonna be hard to convince if it's like, I mean, we're elderly. Like, I thought I could make it.
How long does it need to be?
That's
Greg, how long?
Up
Because
to
I
you
don't
guys.
know what a year equivalent is in.
It really depends on the actions and the choices that you guys make.
Well, how about this? Basically, you just tell us when we should leave. That might work better than giving it time, because let's say it's 10 years. I mean, me and Tim has been here a while. This place is great except for brown times. This place is great except for brown times. But we can just, we already agreed to like listen to when you said you wanted to go. But like I said, we want to do it before we're elderly. Like me. I'm a middle-aged Yosoki. I haven't made up my mind how to pronounce it yet.
The only bit of fire under the rear end that is vaguely implied is that at some point, Prime Jovak will arrive here. He has to. According to the way that things are going, he has to come back here at some point. And he was called in recently, even though the reason why he was called in has now been removed from him. You're not sure what that is. So in terms of at some point, staying here may cause an issue, but that is an ambiguous amount of time.
Well, how about this? How about we just finish working on the stuff we're working on, see how long that takes, and when we're done with that, and you just let me know if it's more time, and we'll just work on more stuff until we have to do what we have to do. It's pointless to go somewhere if we're all going to die for it. Unless we're all going to die for it to defeat Prime Jovak. In which case, I'm all for it.
Yeah, I know.
What? You're freaking me out, Greg. I haven't seen you sucking on a gravy rag for the last couple of days. I know it's been time, but come on.
Hey, you have your gravy rag back.
Wait.
I do.
That's not cute.
Yeah, it's been a while.
It's been hanging out of my pocket. No.
No. It's very dependent on what it is that you do.
Okay.
Private communique.
Yeah. Well, we can talk more about that afterwards. For now, you don't necessarily have to answer the question.
Yeah.
You can think on it.
Okay.
Okay, that's fair enough. We're gonna be here a while anyway. I mean, it's gonna take a while to build all this stuff, so.
Yeah, we need to build some stuff, and I think you guys need to train a bit as well.
Train?
Yeah.
Build a train?
No.
There's no
Not build
tracks.
a train.
Oh my, I'm going to bed. Tim turns and leaves.
He's not
Leaves.
He's
We're.
not gonna sleep in the bunk.
I mean,
Oh, okay.
What, the bunk isn't in the engine room?
Well, no, I thought we were in our room.
Oh, I thought you were all together.
Which I found funny that Tim had a wrench.
See, I thought you were all in the engine room. No, he just hugs a wrench when he goes to sleep sometimes.
Especially because Greg's bed. Yeah, probably.
No, we can. It doesn't matter where we are. Really.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
I just figured we'd be in a spot where everybody can chime in should we wish.
Oh, I thought they were just.
Yeah,
I thought we were all
assumed we
together.
No, I was talking to Flinch.
Yeah.
Just yeah.
Yeah, I'd like let's wrap up the end of the day. Everyone's
Yeah.
having
Sure.
supper together, just
Yeah.
so that everyone can be
Sure.
on the same page of what's
Yeah.
going on, and
Okay.
then we'll
So we
Aside
go
from there.
supper, and Flinch will bring it up.
sure.
So we're all sitting around eating, and Flinch is like, "Oh yeah, by the way, we need to stay longer than we might have anticipated to stay." Yeah,
How long?
I don't know how long. This is what I got from Grek, and Grek doesn't really know anything other than remember that stuff thing we agreed to do what Grek says when Grek says that we do it.
I never agreed to that.
I know, but I mean,
You kind of did.
you aren't experienced enough to fight him yet.
yeah.
Ooh, well done.
But
So you suppose we just sit here and
No, I say we explore.
You need to train
that's what we were here to do? How long do you expect us to do that for?
until you're good enough.
And how long will that take?
It depends on you.
won't take me long at all.
I love that.
Yeah. Ask Tex about that.
You know, I might
Grek.
actually. Yeah,
Oh, gosh.
that's a good idea.
She wasn't here. She didn't hear that, did she?
No, your future buddies are away.
Oh, thank God.
Oh my God, Greg.
Yeah, she'd probably punch me for that one.
Yeah, it sounds like you probably deserve it.
Yeah, I would.
I kind of lean over to Clippy. I should punch him for that.
Please don't.
Have
I do.
Have I? Bailey had clued in. Has Diantha clued in of the Tex Laurel thing yet?
Roll a sense motive.
Okay. God, I'm not rolling very well. Only I think only a 13, which is very low for me.
13. It's it. There's something fishy, but you haven't quite put your thumb on it.
Okay.
Flinch will absolutely refuse to roll any sense motive check from this point on. He's really confused about it, but he just thinks that Tex is Laurel's mother.
We've met Laurel's.
He was there.
Fake.
No, he has not met Laurel's mother.
I wasn't there.
Oh right.
He literally doesn't know that.
Yeah. That's what I'm going with.
Sure.
I'll tell Clippy 2 all about it.
Oh my God.
I'd have air shot at Clippy 1, though.
Well, I don't think we should spend too long here. We do have things that need to be done, but
Oh, don't worry about it. You have all the time you need.
This is like a magic time planet, so
I know, but I assume that we are still aging, and the things in this timeline are still happening.
Yeah, but this timeline's pooched, right?
All the more reason for us to get things done quicker.
Yeah, but it won't affect this timeline.
Yes.
If I may ask, Greg, you say that we need upgraded equipment. You say we need to be trained. I understand that Jovak is powerful, but you're very insistent on it. Why?
do we die like a lot?
Well,
You could contextualize it as Prime Jovak has never been defeated before.
yeah, you've never killed Jovak at his prime. Ever. He's always killed all of you. Or
No, I-
us. Or, yeah.
Like, personally killed us?
Yeah.
Or, like, it just caused our deaths because we were trying something cool and it didn't work?
No.
What?
He has personally killed you.
Oh, I don't like him.
Yeah, no.
That's a fair assessment.
Yeah.
Yeah. Remembering that what you guys have been told is that you are the only version of yourselves that has killed a Jovak.
Okay, so we need to, like, montage this up. That's what Flitch does.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Spacers. Again, please be on the lookout for our Twitch streams. They will not be replacing our podcasts, just running alongside them unless there's a lockdown-mandated lull in podcast content. So follow our Twitch page for sci-fi, horror, let's plays, merch, Q&As. Our stream schedule is Mondays at 7:30 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, Wednesdays 3 to 6 p.m., as well as Fridays 3 to 6 p.m. with Ko-fi donator-voted game, and Sundays 3 to 6 live Q&As with Zach as he edits, or now just simply has a Q&A. Until then, Starfinder is officially on hiatus, with The Call, our Call of Cthulhu podcast GM'd by Derek Snow, continuing on Tuesday, March 23rd. The game system used today was the Starfinder game system by Paizo. Music, sound effects, and ambient tracks in this episode licensed through Video Copilot, Triune Films, and Artlist. You can find all of Twisted Gears Studios' podcasts on Google Play, Apple Music, and Spotify. Please like and follow the Twisted Gear Studios Facebook page and follow us on Twitter and Instagram at The Twisted Gear. Your players this evening were Derek Snow, Janessa Coles, Lindsay Delansky, Elizabeth Wells, and Bailey Yarkey. Rob Hickey was your audio operator, and I was your host and GM, Zach Barrett. Have a good night, everyone, and we'll see you next time.